Recently at IMG academies in Bradenton, 4 combat veterans and their families experienced full athletic training in a number of sports with professional coaching and instruction. It's all part of a program called Wounded Warriors. I got a chance to meet these men and their families who are just working to get their lives back to normal. Creator of the Bollettieri Academy and former paratrooper himself, Nick Bollettieri, got the idea for having the Wounded Warriors come to the Suncoast after a trip to visit troops in Afghanistan.
We spent 8-9 days visiting the troops and talking to them, and I began to realize more than ever before, it ain't easy. We care about them, we appreciate what they've done, and I believe the best way to show appreciation is to deal with them and the families. This is our way of saying thank you for what you've done for us.
And so they came. 3 or 4 of the vets learning golf and soccer, getting tips from the best teaching pros, practicing on the perfectly manicured greens and fairways of IMG.
Gary, the pro here, helped me out with just a turn of my wrist and placement of my club, and I'll tell you what, I was hitting the ball a little bit farther and a little bit straighter than I've ever hit before in my life. It's been great.
Besides all this professional sports training that the kids and adults get here at IMG, the biggest benefit for these soldiers is just getting to reconnect with their families.
Getting back to know my son again, getting back to know my family. I've been deployed so much, this just gives my son and I time to interact again.
The big thing is my kids. I brought my 3 kids with me, and you know, they've been they've been by themselves, with their mom the past 5 years for 8, 9, 10 months at a time. So to be able to spend some time down here with them, it's just incredible. It's a great experience.
These families sent their fathers, in this case all of their fathers, away in one condition, and they came back in a different condition, and they need to learn to play together again. I mean, you can't roughhouse with dad the same way you did before. You can't talk about things that you could before.
None of the soldiers we talked to lost a limb or had extreme physical injuries, but it's often not what you see that hurts the most.
The physical wounds are a little bit tougher to come by. A lot of people, though, emotional wounds are a little bit, what you don't see is hurting a lot of guys a lot more.
And so it was Bollettieri's hope and that of the Wounded Warriors that a week spent in a program like this will go a long way towards helping these men back to the path of living a normal life. Now, if you'd like to get involved with Wounded Warriors or similar veterans programs, just log on to uso.org.